Hey,
Hey, how's it going,
how are
Chase?
you? Doing great.
Good. Yeah, sorry about that. I took a minute to figure out the invite thing.
No worries.
How's your
So
Friday so far?
it's going great. I'm super excited for the live because y'all have been absolutely crushing it, and it's great to see the growth and what y'all are doing and just what y'all have been able to achieve so far.
Yeah, it's
So
been a fun few months
yeah,
for sure.
so just for background, what kind of business do you have? When did you start it?
Yeah, so we actually launched the business back in 2020. It was something that my sister and I had been dreaming about for the longest time since we shared a bedroom, when we were 10 years old,
Okay.
dreaming. And yeah, we'd been kind of looking around for business ideas and something to do together. And then she actually stumbled across this really unique kind of candle powder. So it was a something that existed in the world already back in the 1980s. Apparently, that's before my
Wow.
time. But it was something that existed. Just they were called sand candles, and we kind of looked at that and we were like, this could be way bigger than just a little crafty thing that you could do with your kids. And so we looked at it, we kind of ordered something that was available, and it came in like a little plastic bag burned with black smoke. It was, paraffin based. I kind of dug into the chemistry of candles. That's my background is in
Oh
chemistry.
wow. Okay.
So
There you go. So there's the connect.
yeah, and so kind of dove into that chemistry side and tried to figure out a better, cleaner way to do this. And then probably took about 6 months or so before we really figured out a product and came up with packaging that made it much more convenient to use than just a plastic baggie with wicks that you had to find elsewhere, and it was just kind of a mess. So we had a product, and then we launched early 2021. I was still
And
kind
this
of a
was in the midst of COVID.
yeah, it really was. So I think it probably gave us a little bit of extra time, working from home, and we were able to dedicate some time to it and start, testing the waters. But neither of us really had a marketing background, so getting the product out there was a pretty good challenge initially. We knew we had a cool product. We knew that it solved several problems in the candle world. Mainly the fact that, usually, I don't know how big of a candle lover you are, but,
I
generally you
have
have
one
one
right here.
there. There you go. You need a time to refill that. But basically, the issue with candles is, you'll buy something that you really like. You maybe like the smell of it. Maybe you like the container that it comes in. But, after a while, inevitably it runs out. And
Right.
then most people will just take that candle container, throw it
Throw it
away,
away.
buy a new one.
Yes.
Whereas with our product, we essentially created the refill for your candles, for your candle containers.
Which is super smart because then you get the returning customers, but y'all also saw an idea that was kind of old world and hadn't really been like marketed in a way that's like with, current trends and how things are going. And it not
Yeah,
only solves the
sustainability.
problem, but you'll have multiple angles for it too, which is really unique.
Absolutely. Yeah, the original concept was more like I said, like a fun crafting thing. You could do different colors or whatnot, but realistically, I don't want to
It
do
has a
that in my home.
more practical use.
Yeah. But like to me, the most interesting part was the sustainability aspect. So just the fact that you can use that to refill your candles or turn other things in your home into candles. So we kind of teach people clever ways that you could turn your flower pots into candles, or unique bowls or coffee mugs or things. So, you don't even have to create that waste, and you just, use up the entire product. You don't end up with any leftovers. So
Totally.
that was, yeah, it was the interesting part. And then the other cool part, which we kind of realized pretty quickly after launching the product, is that this candle has a lot of benefits in the wedding industry. So in the events world, where hundreds of candles are used at every wedding, and oftentimes those candles kind of melt and stick to the candle cylinders or vases after throughout the event, and it's a total nightmare to try to clean those.
Yes, and let's stop there for that portion. So y'all made a video on TikTok about this, right? And you were highlighting like the problems that, you know, historically people have at like events or weddings, and you know, all of the marks it leaves or the sparks that can come off a candle or them being knocked over and stuff. Talk about that video. When y'all made that video, what happened?
Yeah, so this is a recent thing over the last couple of months. But yeah, basically what we've found a lot of success with in our TikTok strategy and Instagram Reels too, has been to highlight the problem that exists there in the world. And we try to go very specific, because you know, we have about 4 or 5 problems that our product solves, but we like to keep our videos kind of straight to the point and just highlight one problem, and then you know, demonstrate our product as the solution to that problem. And we've seen a lot of success with those videos, not only going viral, but bringing in a lot of traffic to our site, and then you know, free sales from.
It's a huge growth opportunity, and y'all did like a few million views off of that video, and got a ton of, you know, people who found out about your brand, discovered the product, and saw all of the use cases. And then you had like some comment warriors who were like, you know, saying things in there, and then y'all responded with like you replied with a video, which is a really good strategy because it can bring more views to your previous video and the next one. And it was something about like a cat knocking it over.
Yeah. Yeah, we get that a lot with our candles, and you know, it's true. It comes in a you know, we call pearl candles. It comes in these tiny little beaded form. So that's people's first reaction is, oh, what happens if you spill it, and you know, you get a nightmare to clean up, or you know, with pets and all this. But actually, that's a cool safety feature, because if you have a candle burning and a pet or a toddler knocks it over, a normal candle typically stays burning. So if you have you know, curtains nearby or something flammable that it sits on, it could very easily catch on fire. And not even talking about the candle wax that it spills all over your tablecloth or carpet or whatever. Whereas with our candles, first of all, it self-extinguishes if you accidentally knock it over, because it's, you know, just putting itself
right
out.
And y'all put these in visuals and videos and highlighted these problems, position your product as a solution. I think a lot of people in this audience don't realize how simple just like identifying problems in their space and then making videos around how their product benefits or is different than other competitors, or how it can, you know, improve certain situations people might be in. And those go really viral because people find out things that they didn't know. A lot of people learn something new. Like I didn't even know that, you know, candles like that existed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
It's a big discoverability process, and TikTok's a great way to do that. And y'all were taking those videos that were going viral, migrating them over to Instagram, and seeing millions of views over there too.
Yeah, exactly. And the audience is still pretty different. I mean, I'm sure there's overlap, but you know, at least from our experience, the TikTok crowd is still on average a little bit younger than who's hanging out on Instagram.
Right.
You know, TikTok has been a great way to kind of test new creatives, and I feel like you can figure out what has that kind of good viral potential, and then we take those better performing videos and put them on Reels, where actually more of our target customer is hanging out, but we kind of already have some good you know, data to think that it's going to go viral on Instagram too. And that's where we're, you know, driving good traffic to our website that actually converts.
Right. And this is a good strategy, because you're making one video, getting 1 million views to a specific audience on TikTok, then leveraging it through Instagram. But what a lot of people don't realize is all these views you're getting on Instagram, if you're running ads, is your own unique audience of people that you can speak to and highlight, you know, specific call to actions and be like, hey, you saw these videos, you saw our product, here's where to purchase it now on our site. And so y'all were testing and finding out which videos were performing best organically. And then you started to use those videos in retargeting. And how did that start to go?
Yeah, that's really been the biggest game changer, I think, for our business, you know, since we started working with you guys and your team. Because before that, we really didn't use any paid ads. So we tested some a long time ago, but we just weren't profitable running those ads, and it just seemed like a, you know, huge waste of money, and we just instead kind of doubled down on the organic. But we kind of always knew that paid ads work, because otherwise, millions of businesses around the world wouldn't be running them. But we knew that we couldn't figure it out on our own, because we tried and failed, and we just didn't want to go down that road again. So we knew we needed some outside help, and we kind of stumbled across your agency. And what I really liked was the fact that you guys are very data driven, and just there's no kind of fluff or BS. It just kind of goes straight to the point, and straight to what's worked in the past. So we were able to set up a lot of different ad sets and campaigns, and like you said, target those audiences that were kind of already warm to us, and that's where we really saw or still seeing huge success, is just retargeting those people that have found us organically, and then showing them actually very similar ads again, because we have multiple angles that have gone viral, and then we just take those top 5 or 6 videos and put them back, send them back to that same crowd, and they may have seen one of the angles, but not the second, third, fourth. So we've had a lot of success. I mean, over 10x ROAS.
Scale. So like that's spending a few $100s daily, and all of these people like the videos, and what the retargeting is able to do is bring those videos back in front of them, and then now people have the option to actually click the button to go shop and buy off the website. And a lot of these people are buying in bulk, right? So they're buying multiple items and spending more than just like buying one candle, but they're actually getting a ton of it.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that's the piece that where we were leaving a lot of money on the table before, is we would go viral, but because it's such a new product, new concept for people, it's going to take them a few times to really see it and understand it, and realize that it would benefit them. So it's been a game changer to be targeting those people again, and getting them to convert. So yeah,
amazing. And all that data allows you to build up your cold audience as well, to reach new people who aren't even seeing your videos, because it's warming up the pixel, it's getting data to the site. You're able to then start seeing what conversion rates are working there. So that's always pretty amazing. How long did it take for you to get your first viral video?
We started posting daily last year in August, actually August 1st. So kind of looks back to this. And I think, we started probably a couple of weeks in, we got our first like a couple 100,000 views. So that just, blew our mind, and was kind of immediately we started believing that, hey, this could really, work and move the needle for the business. So we started doing more and more. And then, really last fall was when we had a lot of things just go viral over and over again. And we were averaging, we got, some that were 10, 20, 30 million views, really drove a lot of solid traffic. And then we've been kind of, Q1 was still really, really solid for us. But then in Q2 this year, we started seeing a little bit of the organic side dropping. And that's when we really knew that we wanted to add in the paid ad strategy to really, be able to not have highs and lows, right? Have some more consistency. So it's been huge to have just another knob we can tweak and have consistent traffic coming to our site without only relying on the organic side.
Totally. So and that's why we love like a good blended strategy, because you can have the peaks and troughs of going viral some months and then a couple of weeks of no viral videos, and like you'll get explosive sales, but then with the ads, it's more predictable. You can always consistently know how much you're making back.
Yeah.
And then you add in emails, SMS, start fine-tuning your site, and then before you know it, you're able to scale up pretty significantly and achieve, a ton of growth in the business.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because it's not just the straight conversions that you can get from the organic video or even the paid ads. A lot of those are getting new wholesale customers to find us, and we're getting a lot more just B2B kind of leads and able to get our product into stores and into the hands of lots of florists and designers. And so those have been great new customers that are hopefully going to keep coming back. I mean, we're really excited. I think one of the things we're most proud of with the business is just our extremely low return rates, and having a lot of customers that kind of, maybe they think initially that seems too good to be true, and can it really be so easy to use and solve these problems, and then they try it, and then we get so many emails back and say, man, I wish I'd done this way sooner. Like, I've been wasting so much time cleaning my candle cylinders, and I'm never going back to traditional candles, just those things. So that's something I'm really excited about, that we can now reach these people at scale and truly solve a problem for them, which is really what it's all about, to launch a business and a product.
Totally. And that's like the perfect flywheel, because then you're getting positive feedback, you're getting reviews, then the word's spreading, and now you have, even people that are recommending it, and people are then buying your product. And so many people underestimate like that side of it. It's like when it's a good customer experience, from seeing the video and seeing how simple it is to actually checking out and then loving the product and coming back, that you can get these referrals. And we see like people all the time, year over year, around like the holidays, they'll end up buying a lot of the same product and use them as gifts and be like, hey, try out this thing that I have, because they love it so much.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's been really positive overall. And as a kind of a small family business, we're still always kind of trying to figure out what are good investments, and it's hard online to pick the right mentors or just businesses to work with. But we're definitely happy about this investment that we made, and we invested in the one-on-one mentorship, and I think we earned it was for a year. And it was kind of a one-time upfront cost, but we earned that money back in a couple of months already, easily, with the paid ad side. So definitely happy about this, and looking forward to the next 9 months we still have left to keep scaling the business.
Totally.
And we're not even in the candle yet, right?
Love it. Yeah. And y'all have been applying the strategies and have been executing, which has been flawless. So what are the goals with the business now? What are you all trying to do by end of year?
Yeah, so I mean, really, last year kind of took us by storm. I think the last Q4 we were kind of not prepared for the rapid growth that we had. So our motto for this year has been just to be prepared for Q4, and so we're
coming up
doing everything we can to stock up and build the team, and make sure that we're ready to deliver the product to our customers. And we're kind of excited to be looking at our numbers, that we're close to doing better on a monthly basis than we were in our at our peak season last year. So the business has grown solidly enough to where we can probably hit some records even before we get to Q4 this year. But it's definitely looking to be a busy candle season, so we're trying to do what we can to prepare.
Love that. Yeah, Q4 is a massive opportunity, and like, if you all have the product and can handle the scale, then there's just so much growth you can have, both from viral videos, but also just maximizing, spend. And then TikTok's going to be a great place to launch for ads as well, to maximize that platform.
We haven't even gotten there yet, right?
Yeah.
So opportunities. TikTok ads, we've tried in the past, kind of again on our own, but haven't had a lot of success. So it's funny, like I mentioned, we've posted pretty much the same videos as ads as we have for organic, but it's not exactly the same. There are a few little, strategies that we learned from you guys that really help them do better as an ad. It's not just about, like with the organic videos, we're kind of trying to capture their eye and their attention and kind of get them to follow us to then, hopefully eventually nurture them to buy. But with the paid ads, we want to go a little more to the point. And so, adding some strong call to action, those things we kind of learned from you guys that I think help them convert as well as they have been.
Yeah, call to actions are huge. A lot of people forget to have a call to action, because like, you can get views, you can get, people will go viral. And I'm sure people in this audience have experienced this. Like, they'll get 1 million views, but they don't see sales, or they'll take like a really good piece of content, add it into their ad. But sometimes like the people who are seeing these ads or videos don't realize like that's something that they're selling or that's a business. It might just look like a cool video. And so having like a strong call to action, being direct, asking people to go to the website, here's where you can actually find the product, is one of the biggest differences in terms of people who achieve a good return on ad spend and a lot of growth as a whole. And
yeah, it's like in the organic, you're trying to hide the fact that it's an ad, or that it's about a product and from a business, and that's where we've gone viral a lot. Is we kind of suck people in with a kind of a it's related, but it doesn't directly speak about our product. It's more talking about the problem and kind of really painting the picture. And then at the end of the video, we really get into our product as the solution. But with the ads, you can't really sneak up on them, right? Because they see the little sponsored sign up at the top. And so you really have to kind of sell them quickly and get straight to the point. So it's been some subtle changes that we've had to make where, we really kind of get to squeeze that same lemon twice.
Totally. Yeah, so you all have like the brand awareness coming from organic. Then you have the middle where people are converting as new customers. And now, the big focus is going to be like community and then longevity, lifetime values of getting returning customers as you have that customer base to actually keep coming back, and then getting people to promote the brand without you all even having to tell them to, just because of the excitement that they have. And then, those people being recurring buyers, because a lot of people have a product, but they don't have like a subscription they could add that adds in, more recurring aspect to it. And then having bundles and more sizes for people to actually come back. A lot of people don't even realize your AOVs can go up just by offering, additional products all together. And so that's like one of the quickest ways, because a lot of people want to buy multiple products, but the website experience might not be that good. But if you just made it easier for people, and now the customer is more happy because it's more seamless checkout process.
Yeah, that's actually exactly what happened with us. Like we were always selling scent samples and color samples of our products, but we didn't think about bundling them. So that was one of those. I remember on one of our calls, you were just looking at what are the top products sold, and the samples were some of them, and you asked like, hey, are you guys bundling these? And we're like, no, we don't. I don't know why we haven't thought of that. And we did that like that day, and like in the first week, I think we sold like 100 bundles. It was just like,
that's crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
So like there's always like, it's unbelievable with how like one tweak can do like such a big change like that. And then adding in upsells, because people, like, let's say you're selling plants, for example, or any product, that pairs well with another one. If you sell, pottery with the actual plant to put it in as an upsell, people want that, but they might not realize you have that item. So like having those together makes it easier for the customer. They're more happy. And then the business is able to take in more as well and scale up quicker because of all the upsells, bundling, and it's just like an immediate tick. Like you said, I mean, it just jumps week over week. It's crazy.
Yeah, we did that too with the upsell. Yeah, there's all these little apps for that, because we don't have a web developer on the team full time. We just kind of outsource that service as needed. But I didn't realize there's all these apps like that integrate with our Shopify store that it's all done for you, just a few clicks, and you can have these kinds of upsells or sticky carts or whatever it is, these little tools to help increase the conversion rate. Then that's been really helpful to get those tips from you guys and add those on our site. I think it's definitely improved things.
Love it. Yeah, so y'all been crushing it in the program. There's still a long ways to go. We're about to go into Q4, which is going to be an absolute busy time for sure this year. Every year it gets bigger and bigger. Threads is now out, and they should have ads by the end of the year, which will unlock another growth channel. And so that would be super cool.
We probably need to get on that.
Yeah, you definitely have to add your Threads account. And then that way it'll automatically be integrated with your ads once it's released on that platform.
Yeah, so many ideas. Yeah, what I love, I think, the most about the process of working with your team, that it's been very collaborative. And previously we a long time ago worked with an agency, and it was more kind of a done for us solution, which has its benefits if you're just busy and don't want to get involved in any of it. But to me, as a business owner, I always want to continue learning and understanding, what are we doing, how's it working, see the metrics and be kind of tweaking things and seeing the growth. So it's been helpful to kind of get you guys' expertise and then add our own, knowledge and experience about the product and what's worked in the past. And I think the result has been great from getting those neutral expert eyes on just fresh eyes on the products, where we're inevitably too close to our own products to know some things. And then, together work on coming up with these strategies that have brought us a lot of success.
Totally. And I think a lot of people they want to do an agency, but they don't realize, like, agencies, and coming from this background, like, they're hiring them to manage the ads or manage a specific, platform or solution. And they don't realize there's a lot of other pieces that are connected to this that can impact the overall business. And that's where the mentorship really focus on startups and stuff, where it's like, not only are we going over ads, but your organic social media can feed into the growth of your ads by building audiences and going viral and getting customers through that avenue. And then you have the optimizations on your website and all these different tools and apps that can change things. And then you have email, SMS, and then being able to do pricing and bulk ordering and setting up specific subscriptions. All of these pieces are a part of, like, the bigger picture for a business that impact whether or not a business is going to be able to scale up pretty significantly or not. And I think a lot of people think they get burned by agencies or it doesn't work out, but they're missing the creative, or they're not capable of making site changes, or all these other pieces that they don't think about, and they're busy focusing on something else. Whereas, like, something like what we do in the mentorship, it's all encompassing, and we focus on a lot of different moving pieces to really get, the growth going.
Yeah, that's been huge, because you can waste a lot of money even running good ads, but then if the site's not converting, you're leaving a lot of money on the table. So it's been good. And not to say we have everything figured out, far from that. You're constantly tweaking and improving, and I think that's where the fun is, kind of knowing that there's always some other solution out there that we haven't found yet to keep scaling and keep doing better and better.
Love it. So I'm super excited for what's to come. Thank you for hopping on the live. Who do you think is a good fit for the mentorship, and who is not?
Well, so from our experience, I think it was helpful that we had a little bit of experience already. We weren't like a brand new brand. I think it just helped kind of hit the ground running with you guys, and we'd already tried some things on our own, and just getting some fresh eyes on our business was super helpful. So definitely for somebody who's been in business for some time now, you kind of have a product that you're proud of, that definitely needs to have a product figured out that has good quality, and because there's no point in trying to sell something that people are just going to return and not buy again. So, but I think if you have a product and you've tried some things on your own and you're seeing some sales, but maybe you're kind of stuck and can't figure out how to run ads profitably, or just kind of get those eyes on your product, I think they would be a great fit to just get some expert advice and really get more for your money. That's what it's all about, is trying to invest wisely and figure out where and how to spend money on ads, or when to just forget about ads for a while and just figure out the organic strategy. Because if you don't have good creatives, then you're probably not going to have a lot of success with ads. So I think if you're brand new, I would spend a little bit of time just posting on, TikTok and Instagram, or whatever your target social medias are, and just kind of learn a little bit on your own and tinker around. And then when you feel like you're having a little success and kind of have the initial kinks figured out, maybe get some expert advice.
Love it. Well, awesome. Thank you so much for joining. We'll have to do this again on the next update after a few more months, maybe beginning of Q1. Well, cool.
Yeah, thank you. Nice to see you, and have a great weekend.
Yes, you as well.
All right, bye-bye.